Guys, I am sad to report this, and I hate to be such a downer. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Maybe empathy is catching up with me, but I think this is one, if not the last Idubbbz video slash Anisa Jomha video that I will ever make. So if we could please get 30 seconds of silence, that'd be much appreciated. Psych, I won't stop until I am officially neighbors with Hamas Pikers. So make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on, share this video. We gotta up those numbers, and not only that, but we gotta get the money up so we can move in next to Hassan. So make sure you guys do all of that, and my soul is yours. So it's been about 2 days since the last time we talked about Idubbbz, and Idubbbz made the fatal mistake to live stream himself moments after that video came out, and that video was unanimously hated. I don't think anyone with a decent head on their shoulders liked that video, nor did damn, I think Idubbbz and Anisa are trying to kill me. I think I saw someone putting a little something on my food today, and that person kind of looked like Anisa, so maybe they're trying to poison me, maybe they're just trying to take out the ops, but we won't back down. As my favorite content creator of all time, Nick A30 says, we don't give up and we don't back down, or whatever the fuck he says. I don't know, I don't watch him, so Idubbbz, no one liked that video. All right, it's been 2-3 days, and that video is probably one of his worst. The whole internet clowned on it. I did, Diesel Patches did, Pegasus did, pretty much everyone, and rightfully so. That video was straight up horrible. It wasn't bad, it was horrible. Like I said, he made the mistake to live stream, and the bro was crashing out. And not only that, but Anisa Jomha, Idubbbz's wife, or should I say, so Idubbbz's husband, Anisa, has been crashing out on Twitter for the last 24 to 32 hours. I'm not even kidding. We're gonna get into the Anisa Twitter crash out, and we're also gonna take a look at the Idubbbz crash out. And Anisa was making some pretty heavy accusations against Idubbbz's coach, which is extremely weird. A lot of stuff to cover, so get your snacks, get your drinks, and let's just get right into it. Make sure you subscribe. Once again, drop a like, do all of that epic base stuff if you're a true Sigma, whether man or female. And let's just get into the Idubbbz crash out. And then I want to save the Anisa tweet for last because there's a lot. So let's just make fun of Icucks, and then we could go to Idubbbz's husband. This one kind of viral. It says, Idubbbz gets his feelings hurt and mocks a child bride victim. So for context, just a little context in case you guys don't know, Kate, which is this person right here, she was a child bride, and she talks about it. If I'm not mistaken, she's tried to get a bill across to stop this, which I'm surprised. I mean, it hasn't. You would assume it's common sense, like, yeah, little kids shouldn't be getting married, but I digress. And she's been very outspoken about this. This is something that she obviously really cares about. And well, let's see how a 32-year-old man, well, he's not 32, he's like 35, but let's see how a 35-year-old man with newfound empathy responds.
Did you say he cried?
We had to have a meeting.
Yeah, so after that, so he was crying.
We had to have a meeting. How ridiculous is that? Men aren't supposed to have emotions, especially not sad emotions. It should only be anger. Emotions should only be anger with men.
Is this what empathy looks like to you guys? I don't think this is empathy. I think this is pure demonic energy. It's just bad vibes, as the kids would say. It's not very lit. It's not very epic. It's not very, I don't know, I said very like that. I turned Canadian for a second. Shout out to WestJet. I mean, if this is what empathy looks like, I never want to gain this ability that I don't have, by the way. I want to make that very clear. I am not 32. I'm not even 30. I'm not even 27. But do I have empathy? No. And if this is what empathy and how it makes you act, then I never want to unlock this ability. All right, I want to stay the same. Why would I want to grow up if this is what growing up looks like? Kind of cringe, kind of gay, and kind of lame. If I gotta keep it real with you guys, if I gotta keep it gangsta with you guys. Now, I don't know why, but Idubbbz is giving me heavy, and I mean heavy, autism vibes. Like, it kind of feels like this is the kid that your parents warn you about. Like, you really want to hang out with him? I mean, there's been rumors that he tried to stab someone with scissors multiple times in elementary school and he ate glue. Do you really want to be friends with this guy? Like, I don't think my mom would let me play with this guy. You know what I mean? Like, something ain't right. Like, he's either gonna stab me or do something insane. So, like, I get it. He was trying to mock the people here, the child bride, but not very epic. Not very epic. I don't know how empathy is supposed to feel, but something tells me it's not supposed to feel this way. I feel bad for the girl. I mean, imagine coming forward with all of this and this is how people act. But hey, that's not the worst part, right? Baby steps. We're getting there. We're gonna build up to the yikes part. The top comment says, so being 100% genuine here, he got brain damage training to box, right? What does he think he's doing here? Yeah, no, Idubbbz looks extremely autistic and retarded acting like this. Like, there's ways to act retarded and then there's actually doing it, and I think Idubbbz is legitimately that. I unironically thinks he has brain damage. He's so vacant and devoid of emotion compared to just a few years ago. Yeah, something's obviously wrong. So that's why sometimes when I make these videos, I kind of feel bad. I'm like, do I really want to make fun, or maybe not even make fun of, but clown on a disabled individual? Do I really want to do that? And then I see that you guys love that, and you know, it does well. Everyone wins here. So I'm like, you know what? I'm willing to bully one autistic person with brain damage at least once in my lifetime. Once again, once I hit 32, I might look back at all the content that I've made over the years and be like, I was kind of an asshole. I was kind of mean. I kind of regret everything. But until then, the clowning won't stop. So, and some of you might think, since, Idubbbz is lame, but he's not really insulting her here or mocking her. Like I said, patience, baby steps. Now we can get into it's kind of like the worst clip or one of them, because Idubbbz does make fun of her throughout this video. So this is like the appetizer.
Anything along those lines. But before, I think it was Kate specifically, she messaged me about this child marriage thing. And this was after Creator Clash 2. And it was, very importantly, right after Michael Briggs requested that I be his guarantor on a loan to open like a boxing gym. And I don't know if you guys know what that means. That basically means he's asking me to be responsible for like debt if he isn't able to like pay the loan. Now this, I want you to keep in mind. He said how embarrassing, humiliating it was that I was doing this like live stream to make up for the fact that we lost money on this event and money didn't go to charity. He was aware of what was happening. He knew that I lost my fucking match. You know, I hadn't been making videos or making any money, and that, you know, obviously I've been having a hard time online. I made my apology. Things were rough for me.
Then get better. I don't know, buddy. Skill issue on your part. Here's something that I've learned along the way, being a content creator for a minute now. And, you know, I'm not saying I'm as big as Idubbbz. Hell, I might not ever be. But the thing with me is, and I learned this very early on, is that you're not gonna please everyone. And that's okay. If you try to make content to appeal to everyone, you're gonna be appealing and pleasing no one. I truly do think Idubbbz in 2020 to 2023 was, I guess, fixable. He could have had a career, and I think the content cops could have continued. And I said this once, I've been saying this for years, the N-word didn't make Idubbbz funny. You could make content cops without saying the N-word, and they would get millions and millions and millions of views. But because people got inside of his head, they told him, oh yeah, man, I mean, content cop was just like the fucking worst. It's bad. Where are those people now? The people that discourage you from doing that type of content, where are they now? Are they watching? I mean, bro went from getting millions of views to barely cracking 200K. That's bad. Make content for your audience, and it's like, if people want to join in, that's awesome. If they don't, there's millions of other channels people can tune in and watch. That is why I've never really been afraid of, I guess, losing or gaining subscribers. Like, I mean, at some point, yeah, but at this point in my life and where I'm at, I'm like, I don't care. Like, if people want to subscribe, that's awesome. If people think I'm too mean or they want to unsubscribe because I said retard or whatever, well, you know, don't let the door hit you on the way out, you know? For every person you lose, you gain 2 more. So I make content for me, and I think every single content creator should do this. You know, this is just my humble advice. All right, don't crucify me. Make content that you would like. Make content that you would watch yourself. You might be thinking, Unc, where are you going with this? Hold on, I'm cooking. Let me cook. If Idubbbz continued to make the content he was making, and it seemed like he enjoyed it. I'm talking about Content Cop and bad unboxings. I'm sure he would still be doing crazy numbers and making crazy amounts of money. But he seemed to stop once everyone got in his ear. It seems like the criticism really got to him, and it just destroyed him mentally, and he didn't know what to do. I mean, this guy was making videos about fucking squirrels. Like, ain't nobody watching that. He made a video about keychains. It's like, this is lame. No one cares. You gotta balance what you like to make with what people like to watch, right? I don't know. I mean, I would expect Idubbbz, a multi-million sub YouTube channel, to kind of get this, but I guess he doesn't. You don't need to say the N-word every single video to be funny or to be entertaining. It's looking kind of sad and unfortunate to see someone being destroyed mentally by their own people, by their own surroundings. I mean, this is someone that was legitimately talking and hanging out with fucking Eden Riley, aka Ethan is Online, and their group of freaks, and Hassan, and Frogan, and Denims. It's like, of course these people don't like you, and they're not gonna push for you to do better or make your own content, Cop. It's like, it's ridiculous. This guy is being controlled. He doesn't know what he wants, and, you know, he suffered financially because of it. He's not a little kid, but it's like, damn, it kind of sucks to see what happens when you let people who don't like you already tell you what to do. I mean, they pretty much destroyed his career, so that's unfortunate.
He comes in with his request of, hey, you mind being my guarantor on this loan? Meanwhile, he has no problem messaging me that, but I guess he couldn't message, hey, I could use that $5,000 bonus that you promised me. She, by the way, was very deliberate in saying that I promised her that. Like, that is, like, very specific language that she's using. That didn't happen. So I was extremely offended when he messaged me requesting that I be his guarantor on a loan. I did not have any, like, the idea of supporting him in that way was like not like it was just offensive. It's like, oh, you literally aren't even acknowledging that I lost a tremendous amount of money on this event. Fuck you. I didn't say that, but I was short with him. I said, like, in no world would I ever be able to do that, because I wanted to express, like, very clear boundaries. And I did.
So far, so good. I mean, I personally would have been a little bit more direct. I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say, no, there is no chance in this world ever that I'm giving you money. I mean, that's a little rude. I would have been like, you know what? No, man, I can't. I got my own stuff to take care of, but yada, yada, yada. It's like, this was not just some fucking stranger, dude. This was your coach for CC1 and CC2, I believe, and potentially CC3, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it was just the first two. It's like, I don't know, in my opinion, maybe I'm just too nice, all right? Maybe I'm just such a nice guy. Maybe I'm the moderator for r/nice guys, but I think there's ways to de-escalate and say certain things, especially to a coach. It's not like it was some random fucking Instagram user who was like, yo, I know you're rich, so let me hold like 5 bands. It's like, get the fuck out of here, little guy. But this is a bit different, right? Sure, I mean, if he told him no, it's not like I'm gonna be here saying, Idubbbz should have given him money because he's rich. What a cheap prick. But once again, I think it's how you go about it. But once again, that's just me. Some people might have different opinions, but that's how Sense feels.
I don't know how long later it was. I wasn't done being angry about it for sure. But Kate did message me about like a child marriage bill thing. And I didn't pass it along to Anisa. I looked at it and I closed it. So was I being like, you know, negligent to that relationship? Sure. But no, Anisa and I don't support child marriage or whatever fucking crazy story that they're spinning. I was just angry at them, and I was like, you know, fuck you guys. I'm not going to be boxing anytime soon. And, yeah, I'm done with this shit. But at least for the child marriage thing, like, they didn't message Anisa about that shit. That was definitely a me thing, me being, like, just kind of angry and uncaring about it. Like, whatever. So, I mean,
I detect zero empathy here, guys. I don't know about you guys, but instead of just saying a simple, nah, man, sorry, I don't feel comfortable doing that, he cedes and gets offended at even asking for months. Bro can't say no. He just secretly gets angry. Is he in high school? That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro doesn't know how to communicate. And you know what? Now it kind of makes sense why CC 1, 2, and 3 were low-key a flop. They don't know how to communicate. They don't know how to do anything. And am I saying that I'm an expert? No, but I could probably do better than Idubbbz and Anisa. 90% plus of Idubbbz related drama wouldn't happen if Ian and Anisa acted like responsible adults and not like 30-year-old teenagers. I agree. Kind of funny how this influential white man with a racist background is now beefing with a Muslim migrant and child bride survivor migrant. Very leftist of you, Mr. Jomha. I mean, the jokes kind of write themselves. Now, I promised you guys an Anisa Jomha crash out. And I'm not kidding when I say, like, all of this is a crash out. All of this is just her crashing out in front of people. Let's go back to September 11th. No, not of 01. All right, September 11th of this year. Let's not go that way back. On one of her many crash out tweets, she says, the last thing I will say on anything H3. Actually, I'm just going to give away the spoiler. No, this is not the last time she tweets this. She's been crashing out for almost 2 days. And this is directed at the audience mostly. Okay, I guess I'm part of the audience. I don't know, maybe. You have no real concept of what an intersectional feminist is, okay? If you did, you would have left the H3 podcast within the past 3 years. You like feminism when it benefits you, when you can feel valid in your hatred for other women. Who the fuck is she talking about here? Or other people to make yourself feel more in control. Some of you are the most racist, sexist people in the West. I don't think so, but... And you need to do some very serious self-reflection. Sit with the reality that half of your fan base is now Nazi groypers. Is that how you pronounce it? Who watch a guy who does... This is me quoting, by the way. This is in my next series. Reviews. This post is also directed at Gila and Galia, or however you spell it. This gives me vibes of the Simpsons meme that says old man continues to yell at the cloud. And she continues, dude, I'm gonna need a fucking drink after this. I need drinks and fucking drugs to get me past these tweets. Ethan talking down to a black woman. Why are we making this all about color? Who was trying to explain the Will Smith situation from another perspective to the point where he was invalidating what she was seeing online should have been your first clue even before October 7th. He had many moments that should have made you have a more critical eye. I mean, have you seen what your husband made in the past? We are way past that at this point. And you had many stops to get off. It's no wonder H3 and their subreddit is praising Kino Casino, two guys who have their own pedophile accusations. I invite you all to look into. I mean, I said this on my last video. I don't know exactly who Kino Casino are. I don't watch any live streamers, and I truth be told, the only commentary channels that I watch is like myself, humbly by the way, Pegasus, WestJet, the Goat, Diesel Patches, and maybe Tectone is another, and maybe a handful of others. I don't really seek any commentary channel. I like to watch other stuff, right? I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money.
I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money.
I'm just gonna take this with a grain of salt because people love to call other people they don't like Nazis and pedophiles. So I do not know the situation, so I'm not gonna speak out on it. I'll just leave it at that. And the reason why I say this is because people that have criticized me, people that don't like me, have indeed called me Nazi. They haven't called me a pedophile yet, so I guess I'm doing something wrong. But they've definitely called me a Nazi. They've definitely called me insane, alt-right, all of those amazing terms. And it's like, well, no, you're wrong about everything. You don't even fucking know me. These type of people like calling others they don't like Nazis, so just do with that information what you will. Someone responded to Anisa and they said, using feminism as a clutch to defend yourself is pretty ironic. You're one of the most performative people online. You may receive unwanted criticism, but you also receive a lot of valid criticism as well. To group all of it together is weak defense. By the way, I'm Hispanic, gay, males. And how do you think Anisa Jomha, the Jomhas, responded to this? Okay, what do you want, a cookie? This doesn't involve you. You cannot make this up. I like this reply. It says, you've really shown your feminism in screwing over Lena. I believe she used to work for the H3 podcast and she stepped down for a bit because of all the hate she was getting from people like Anisa, degrading and belittling Kate, refusing to show support to her of ending child marriage because you're bitter and petty, and refusing to condemn the false calls to CPS on Hila and Ethan. You're a hypocrite and a cry bully. Yes to all of the above. Then she continues, man, does anyone have a fucking cigarette or something? Can anyone pass me a fucking soju or something? My head hurts reading these fucking tweets. It's like the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Last night I was feeling hurt and wanted to defend myself. I acted very impulsively. I thought it would be acceptable to show my words in a private message, but forgot to really sit with it, how others would react. It had a more negative impact than I had expected. I should have sat with my feelings more, and TBH got off Twitter. So keep this in mind, this is 15 hours ago. 9 hours ago, she tweeted, my ability to get men to scream about me for hours on end needs to be studied. I thought you were getting off Twitter, not continuing to crash out. When you're an online figure, you're often just an avatar that's used for confirmation bias. People create and project whatever they want / need to themselves to tell themselves they're a good person. And that's all it really is. Thank you for all the OF subs today, everyone. Seeing all the support on there lately warms my cold, evil... Okay. I have no idea how anyone could deal with someone like this. I would legitimately end it all, dude. If this was my girlfriend or if this was my wife, I would have headaches every single day. Just like either getting her shitty food or just seeing her bitchy attitude or just hearing her talk or her embarrassing myself live on stream or just all the things she done and she will continue to do. It's like, if I even have a little bit of self-respect left for myself, I am divorcing her. I am ending it all. I'm like moving on with my life. This is draining and I just have to deal with this for like 30 to 45 minutes, right? Whenever I talk about these two retards. Imagine having to go to bed with someone like this and then waking up and doing this for almost 10 years. I don't know about you guys, but that sounds like the most depressing life ever. And now that I'm saying this out loud, I kind of understand why Idubbbz looks sad and depressed all the time. Bro has to deal with this shit constantly. Like every single day. And of course, after crashing out, she goes back to posting about her dogs and more dogs after the crash out. And who could forget the iconic chef Anisa Jomha with the banana bread? Let's see. Someone just said, why is it so dry? I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Maybe it was the profile picture too. I'm not Gordon Ramsay, but this looks dry. This legitimately looks like what dry elbows feel. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I feel bad. Okay, this one I am really proud of. Let's see. Yeah, you know, that looks kind of good. Not bad. We were missing Mexican food so much, so I made pork chile verde. Why did I say it like that? We made pork chile verde my go-to Alberto's order for dinner. Let's see. As a former Mexican, let's see if this looks buzzing. That actually looks kind of buzzing. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, as a former Mexican.
What's that?
Former Mexican.
Former
Mexican. So
You say former?
yeah, I just say that.
How the hell does that work?
I don't know, guys. I want to give this a 6, maybe a 7 out of 10. Maybe I am wrong about Anisa's cooking. Maybe she's the greatest chef ever. Today, this is Ian's lunch. Let's check this out. My mom says if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But I'm a grown man and my mama doesn't control me anymore. This looks absolutely horrible and it makes me want to puke. Anyways, I am out. Subscribe to the channel if you're a base Sigma Giga Chat. Bye.